So I've adventured all the way to Sweden so I can get the Xadv scanned by this company, Moto Pro Works, and we're going to have a little look inside. So what they do is they do the full package. They can scan a bike and then create a sticker set, a very good quality sticker set to your customization. So let's go and have a look. So this is cool. So as we go in, we've got like a little shop, some free stickers, look, that you can take. And then, so not only do they do motorbike stickers, but they also do customized stickers. So you can have 1 or 100, and they can be any design you want, which I think is a really cool little thing because stickers are fun. So not only that, but they do a few extra things. So they do some merchandise sort of stuff and clothing. And I suspect if you contact them, they do all kinds of interesting stuff. So pretty much any garment that you want and any design that you want, and they can design things for you as well. So let's go over to my Honda. So yesterday and this morning, Samuel has been, what we're going to call this?
Tracing.
Tracing. Yeah. We've been tracing the outlines of the motorbike, and then what they'll do is they will scan those traces into the computer, and from there they can trace them out and make a stencil, which we will then check on the bike, and once we've got it right, they can then go to print. So this is where all the action happens. We've got a design team upstairs, currently on a little tea break, hence why I'm doing the filming. Little relaxation area for the staff, quite nicely thought out. And then got a little staff meeting or little meeting room in there, and then the big boss, he sits in there, does all his real hard work. And then these are the machines that make your stickers. So there is, I'll have to check with the guys, but there are a couple of different types of vinyl that they use. And so these machines are printing it onto the vinyl. There's a couple of these machines. So these are obviously wheel for the wheels, stickers for wheels. And then what happens after that is that these are yesterday's laminates. So they have to cure for 12 hours, I believe. And then once they've cured for 12 hours, they can then come over to this machine. And this is the machine that puts the laminate on top of the vinyl. And the joy of that is that vinyl in itself is not that strong. And once you put the laminate on top, it makes it like really durable. So that's one of the reasons why I was really interested in this product in the first place. And then going over to the cutting machine now. So once the vinyl has been applied, it comes over to this big table. And then this laser guided cutter, there he goes, cuts all of the little individual panels out so that when you receive your kits, you just peel them off and you can install them in the right locations. And what I quite like about these kits actually is that they come with a little map actually somewhere. I don't know if I can see this one on this one. Anyway, they come with a little map, and it makes it much easier to install the panels. So going over to the other side of the company, the stickers. So I'll try not to get too close because it might be other people's brands, but it's the same sort of process. They're onto vinyl, and then these cutting machines, of which there are, I think, 2, will then print out the stickers, and they can also be laminated, so they can be of the same quality as the ones that you would expect on the motorbike decals. Okay, right, so I'm back at Moto Pro Works. This is the next day now, and what they have done is they have printed off their first stencil, so the first sort of take, just to check whether all the stickers are going to fit. So each individual part has been printed out and the machines cut them out, and these are all the pieces, and as you can see it's quite an extensive kit. So we've laid them out on the table so that we can find the bits that we need, and Samuel has begun the task of installing the blanks. So these are going to be checked for them lining up and making sure that everything fits, and if that is the case they will go to print and it will become the final kit. So hopefully that'll be the next bit we film. Oh my god, and they've arrived. I've got to admit, it did take quite a long time to get these, but ultimately, here they are. We've got to get them out and have a look. Oh, I've got to tell you, I'm so excited to get these stickers. It was quite a long time, as I said, for them to manufacture them. They're a very busy company and they're quite a small company, so it wasn't super duper easy for them to make these. So, oh, so cool. Right, so let's run you through what's what. So first of all, this company, Moto Pro Works, they don't just do motorbike graphic kits, they do stickers, and it's where I've got a lot of my all of my stickers for my own sort of promotional stuff from. So it's actually a separate name. Let me just find it somewhere in here. They're called Pretty Good Stickers. So if you want to get some stickers made, they do all different types of laminates. So you can have just basic stickers, or you can have ones that are heavily laminated, thick ones. So for example, this one is quite thick, this Moto Pro Works one. And also the laminates, they've got different types of laminates. So I'm going to show you those different laminates in a separate little video that will be coming live at some point in the fairly near future. But for now, let's just have a quick look at what's going on with my graphics kit. Right, so luckily you do get quite a sort of good, well written out instruction manual with these graphics kits, these sticker kits, and there's a couple of ways of installing them. So the first way to do them is to just sort of do them dry. So basically just peel the stickers off, stick them on the bike. The second way is to do them wet, and you just need a little bit of washing up liquid mixed in with water in one that's like a spray bottle. You wet both surfaces, so the bike and the stickers. That way you can sort of slide them about, and then once you've got them in the right positions, you can use one of these tools, which are also available from the Moto Pro Works company, and then you can use one of these, and then you can squeegee out the water from underneath. Then you just use a little bit of heat to sort of dry them out and to activate the glue, apparently. But before you do that, you've got to make sure you clean all the surfaces that you're going to be adding stickers to. So for me, this is a bit of a problem because, let me show you. Yeah, so before I can do any stickering, this is the problem I've got. Let's go over to the bike. So, as you guys will probably know if you follow me, the bike's still set up as it was from when I rode to Milan, which was a couple of weeks ago now. I have been out on it a couple of times. I've also been out on the monkey bike, so it's not like I've been lazy. I've been riding my bike. But ultimately, I'm going to have to take off these muffs, these Oxford muffs, which are really good. This leg cover from Tucano Urbano, that is going to have to come off. I'm hoping I don't have to take off these bars because there is some stickers that go up underneath, but maybe I'll just be able to squeeze them in. I am planning to probably change this Givy mud guard that isn't very good at actually guarding mud, as you can see from the back of the bike. So perhaps that is going to come off and be replaced with the original OEM. It's also going to be the case that the crash bars, which I sprayed green, they're going to have to come off, I think, for the stickering as well. Yes, I've got some other stickers that I've put on, so hopefully I'm going to be able to heat them up, a bit of peel them off, and maybe stick them on somewhere else on the side of the wall somewhere, so as not to waste them. I'm going to remove the screen as well, and I'm hoping that they've also done me some stickers for my handguards, but my handguards aren't the standard handguards. They're actually from a KTM 890 SMT. So they might be in my sticker kit, and if they're not, I suspect that they'll ship them out to me at a later stage once I've reminded them, but we'll see. I haven't fully gone through the kit, but I think that's the thing we should do right now. Let's go back over to the unpacking table. Right then, back over at the unpacking table, using my kind of camera over here, which I like. So you get a couple of these little different squeegees I've asked for them to send me out. So there's like a hard, well, it's got a bit of a flex to it, made by 3M, so that's going to be a good quality one of those. And then this one, I believe, is for helping when you try and install it wet. It's also got the same sort of slightly malleable plastic on the back for pushing the stickers on. So a couple of those which they sent me out. Again, as I say, it's got like a little manual. When I do apply all these stickers, I'm going to really in depth run you through all of this manual. So this is really just a little starting point. See where we go from here. So this is an absolutely massive kit. It comprises of 10 pages of these stickers. Absolutely insane amount of stickers. And yeah, let's just little run you through. So as I say, there are some different textures that you can get of this laminate. You can see one here, sort of like, hopefully you can see that on the camera, sort of like a rough texture. But I've got like some demo sets to show you. That's going to be on the next video where I start installing the stickers. I think I'm going to run you through all the options. So they do those. They also do rider tags. So that's like when you want to put your little name and a little flag of your country. You can also order the rider tags from them. So that's pretty cool. And as I've mentioned, the pretty good stickers, which are all the stickers I've got going on around my studio, are all from them. So without further ado, so what we've got is each page that comes is numbered. So that's number 7 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 5 out of 10, number 1 out of 10. So let's go to number 1 and see where we start. So what's super handy is, hopefully you can see, maybe I'll zoom in. So we've got a map of the bike, and then also a little map down here to show you where all the stickers go. So there's number 1, there's number 1, and there's number 1. So we know that this piece here goes on the front of the bike, up by the headlights. Then, for example, you've got the little tower where the airbox is underneath, number 33, there's number 33, and so on and so on. So I think I sort of, did I put these in order? No, I'm not sure I did, but anyway, so that's you know, that thing there is going to be very, very helpful and to sort of show me where all the bits go. So that's one thing. Now, let's go on to the design of my stickers. So they're all glittery. I hope you can see that. They do a different, as I say, there are some other options, but I went for this glittery because my daughter Rosie, I gave her the option, said which one do you want to go for? And she wanted the glitter one, so we've got the glitter ones, I quite like that. And then to go with my theme of green, we've got this sort of camo, which starts at the front in this sort of dark grey to black camo, and as you go to the back of the bike, you're going to get more and more green. So hopefully you can see this. There we go. So another really good thing is, I've just noticed on here, is it even tells you that this is number 16 on the right and this is number 16 on the left. This part is only on the left side of the Honda Xadv V750. So it's really well thought out. They've really thought about how you're going to stick these onto the bike, which I really think is very useful, especially when you consider there is 10 pages of these. So literally, look, pages and pages and pages of them. So anyway, there we go. That's what I've got so far to show you. Right, so in the next video, we're going to fit these stickers. Well, the stickers that I just showed you. And I am already a little bit concerned that it's going to be quite tricky, and it's 10 pages of them, so I've no idea how long it's going to take me. Probably at least a day. I mean, I've got probably half a day's work just cleaning the bike, taking all the bits off of it and getting it ready. So yeah, I think it's going to be maybe a couple of videos worth of content coming forward in the next 2 weeks or so. But once they're on, I think it's going to look pretty cool. And there are a couple of really cool things about these particular stickers, because they're laminated and it's not just a vinyl wrap. Like if you imagine you've got a vinyl wrap, which is essentially going to be probably all one piece. If you scratch it, that's basically buggered, isn't it? You've got to go again and then have it rewrapped. Whereas these, because they're individual pieces, and that comes from the sort of motocross kind of world. So these guys at Moto Pro Works have got all the licenses to make the stickers for KTM bikes. And I had a KTM 890 SMT. That's how I found out about these stickers. And a really cool thing is, so they do this thing where if you crash your off-road bike, for example, maybe you've only damaged 2 little panels, 1 little panel, 3 little panels, whatever it is. They hold your designs on record. So let's say you've got a custom design, let's say you're a sponsored rider with very specific graphics on there, and you've only scratched 3 panels. You think, oh no, I've got to buy the whole kit just to replace those 3 panels. Nope, not with Moto Pro Works. With these guys, you just send them the 3 panels that you've broken, you know, send them which ones you've duffed up, and then they'll print just those 3 that you need, send them out to you so you can replace them. So that's pretty cool. And the other thing is, because it's such a sort of thick laminate, it's much less likely that you're going to damage the bike underneath. So really, these stickers are as much about protection than anything else. And obviously they look cool. But I did have a guy send me an image of where he's dropped his bike and has scuffed up the underside panel on his Xadv. And he was asking me to make a video of how I remove that panel. And probably won't have time to do anything like that until the new year. So I doubt I'm going to be much help to him. But when he does get that replaced, why not think about getting some stickers from Moto Pro Works and just putting them on those panels where you might scuff things up? Because I mean, you could just get them color coded. You could, if you've got a black bike, you could just get black stickers that you just put over the top, and then you've got a nice thick laminate, gloss black if your bike's gloss black, that will protect your bike. So there's an idea. It's a bit like when you get your, is it called PPF'd, when you get your car with a little sticker put over the top. But you might not want to do the whole bike. Maybe you only need to do a few panels, and that's where I think this stuff might come in handy. So there you go, that's my video so far. Please guys, if you can subscribe, that would really help me out. Hit that bell icon so you can watch my videos in the future. Of course, this little sticker thing is going to be a bit of a series, I suspect. So if you subscribe, then it means that you won't miss the next couple of episodes on it. And well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.